This is my review of Tyler Perry's Ruthless, Season 3, Episode 2, Uncharted Territory. The scene opens with the new female sheriff calling for Pope to see why he hasn't come to work yet. She's trying to get him to come on in because when Sheriff Conley opens that door, he's going to be a little pissed if Pope hasn't reported for duty. And unfortunately, Pope won't be reporting for anything. Ever. We all know that last season, Melinda helped him to meet the raccoon because he was a little forceful with her when she tried to leave. Brian then started to question the lady sheriff, and he wanted to know if Sheriff Conley has ever been to the compound without him, and she told him no. She said that the sheriff thinks it's rude to just show up without being invited. Liz and Herbert, aka the locals, they got Paula and Lacey hemmed up in their living room, and they called the sheriff to report that the Rakadushis were there again in their house. And while he's on the phone with Liz, Brian picked up the phone to listen in on the other side. And apparently when Liz and Herbert called to report the Rakadushis on their property, it takes Sheriff Conley a long time to get there, and that's a little suspect. Brian takes this as another opportunity to see what's actually going on, but Sheriff Conley told him to go home. And this is leading me to think that the sheriff has been in on this the entire time because his actions are very questionable. Now, it's like I said in my last video, the locals, they're really getting on my nerves. Now I see why Dale ran to the Oval. They told the girls that the sheriff was on his way, and they wanted to know if they had heard rumors like Tally had heard. Lacey said no, but Paula said yes. So they now kind of both believe that the sheriff is in fact a part of the Rakadushi. Now listen, the locals are so naive to believe that the sheriff can do no wrong. Then they're standing there telling the girls that they're safe with the 12 gauge in their faces. Yeah, Liz, I'm sure they feel real safe. Now we cut to Joan and River, and Joan is wondering why they just can't leave. Why stay there and try to get money? It's not worth it. River said that they can't go because he wants the money and the guards are still on duty. But when are they ever not on duty? River said that he laid with the highest to get money and he wasn't leaving that compound until he got what he deserved. Joan said that she regrets going into business with him and trying to steal money. And River was like, I'm not. And he said in so many words that he'd rather just at least get the money out, like to get money out of it, instead of dying for the Raka effing do. The Raka effing doo-doo. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Joan said that she can't see why he's so calm and so relaxed. And he said that Ruth gave him something from the kitchen to keep him calm and relaxed. Guess it was for his feet. Did y'all see his feet? Did y'all see his feet the last episode when he was in that freezer? She should have gave him something for them feet. And if I can remember during the edits, I'll insert the picture here. So Joan is recognizing the admiration that River has for Ruth. He said that Ruth is like his inner female. And he said that he wouldn't mind having Ruth's sass and her gussie. I'm like, what? I'm not sure what inner woman he's talking about, but apparently he's comfortable with it. Then Zane came walking through the compound with her load of clothes, and she gave Joan the signal to go to the wash trailer, so she met her in there. She gave Joan the books back, and then she told her that she was worried about Melinda because she never came back. Joan said that she'd go and look for her. Then we make it to Oliver and Andrew, and they're in a verbal standoff, a war of words, if you will. Andrew is trying to convince Oliver that he's there to help. He told him that what he has to say to him, he really can't yell it out. So he told Oliver to put his gun down and come out so that they can talk. Oliver was like, "Nah, brother, I'll just wait here until my help comes." Then Andrew said, if you're talking about the girls, Lacey and Paula, they didn't make it. And Oliver didn't believe him. Then he said, now I can't trust you. Andrew said, why don't we just make a deal? Why don't we make a deal? Then Oliver was like, no, why don't you shut the fuck up? This pissed Andrew off. Then he went from calling him brother to boy. So Joan found Melinda inside the little box, right inside the gate. And she left her there, just left her there to rot, I guess, I don't know. River told her that he can't do anything about it because he's still running from Daikon. She's yelling at him, asking him, where is the humanity? Then Joan walked off and left her too. What humanity, Joan? Elder Mother called for Zane to come walk her over to the kitchen to make dinner, and she made sure to pass by the highest trailer to get there. She wanted to know why Zane was out and about, and Zane told her that she went to do her chores, and Elder Mother said without being told, and then Zane said yes, and Elder Mother lit up like a Christmas tree. She was so impressed that she's going to promote Zane to elder teacher. She told Zane that she wants her to teach the new girls the way of the raku and that they'll be coming soon. And so we know what this means. That means another season, right? A friend of mine is actually cast on Ruthless, and she's filming season 4 right now, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I'm excited to see what season 4 will bring. And it's going to be interesting because what more can be done? Ruthless has every sort of torture, murder, beatings, kidnapping, money-grabbing thieves. Ruthless has it all. Okay, so we gotta make sure that we get the compound chickens and the guards at the gate in the B-rolls, right? So Ruth is helping the highest with his lace front, and I told y'all she'd be laying it out for him. Like, the front is straight, it could use a little more plucking on the top, but that back, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to dread it up, I don't know, back there, because it's a mess. Not really much to take from this scene, but we did learn that Ruth's father was a mechanic and that the highest hates when people leave him. But you know Ruth, she poured on the charm to make him feel better. He told her that he needed to call Andrew to check on the soldiers, and she found out that the highest keeps a cell phone in the top drawer. So maybe we'll get to see her use it in upcoming episodes. She told him that she wanted him to make love to her, but he said he was hungry and he wanted to eat. But he did say, "I'll consider your request." I guess he's gonna get to it a little bit later. So Ruth went to Elder Mother's trailer to make sure that she was getting the highest dinner ready. Everybody's making sure he gets this dinner, so it better be good because they be moving heaven and earth to make sure that he gets it. But while she's on the way there, she's stopped by Joan, and Joan want to know how she's getting the highest to stay calm. And I think she already knows this, but she wants to play this game. She was all meek with Ruth. "Can I walk with you? I just want to talk." And Ruth knows that she'd be up to something because she's very nosy, very suspicious of everything. But I think Joan is just cracking under pressure. She don't know which way to turn, who to talk to, or which way to go. But her big announcement was that she wanted Ruth to know that Melinda was dead in the crates next to the outhouse. Ruth made it to the kitchen to get the highest plate, and Elder Mother said it's not ready yet. And when it is ready, she'll take it to the highest herself. And Ruth don't think it's a good idea for her to do this because you know that the highest is still feeling a way about her and Daikon betraying him. Ruth told her that she's the only one who can calm the highest down and that he had a prophecy that included her. And this set Elder Mother off. She said, "And how do you calm him down?" And licked out her tongue. Elder Mother wants to know what happened to make Ruth so disrespectful towards her. Then they kind of threw the insults around, flexing their seniority. Then Elder Mother thought about it and she said, "Okay, I'll just give you the plate at the door and then you can take him his food." Now, I thought this was a dinner plate, but the plate got grits, bacon, and toast on it. Maybe he used to eat at the Waffle House when he was in the free world. Y'all know Waffle House breakfast be hidden. I don't care what time of day it is. So now Daikon knows exactly what's going on between Ruth and the highest. And now he wants to kill her, take her head off. After she told him exactly what it was, Daikon hit that hurt arm. He hit it up against the roof of that shed, and then the anger turned to pure high school jealousy. He wanted to know how it was, if she liked it, who was better, highest or him. And Daikon, of all people, should already know what the highest stroke game is like. Come on, Daikon. Ruth told him the truth, and she told him that she's only effing him because he threatened to kill them both. She also told him about how River thought it was a good idea that he take on a wife. She told him everything. Then she tried to get sweet with Daikon. The highest passed on it, and now Daikon. I don't know, Ruth, you may be losing your touch, girl. Daikon called her a WHORE and a temptress. He told her that she shall and will die, and then he walked out. In our final scene, we have Brian on the phone leaving Mac a message telling him that the sheriff was supposed to go to the locals because they had some Rakadushis there, but instead, he's sitting at the bar having drinks. And inside the house, Paula and Liz sitting there trying to come up with a plan to take down Herbert and Liz. Paula pretended to have to use the restroom. She took Liz's gun, and then they all ended up in a standoff. Then Lacey pulled the trigger and shot them both right there in their living room. End scene. I hope that you enjoyed this episode of Ruthless TV, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. You know I'd appreciate it. And if you're a Ruthless fan, go ahead and sub to this channel because I do video breakdowns like this all the time. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.